G'day everyone, Johnny Man here and welcome back to Nelly Creek here in Farming Simulator. Now today, this video is about how I did the field definitions of field number 26, 27, 28 and 29, and this paddock is now finished. This is now one full paddock. So now we officially have 4 paddocks officially done on the map. And I'm also going to go over the system on how the field system is going to work on this map, and we can go from there too. So I just got courseplay going on here on field number 26. As you can see, it's a bit iffy. We've got the ball goal running here. Yeah, just testing it out. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my pedal dead zones, so that's the reason why I got courseplay going. And we are going to be covering field system, and then we're going to jump into time-lapse mode in Giants Editor to see how I did the field definitions for field number 26, 27, 28 and 29. How the field systems are going to work is every field accumulates to one piece of the paddock. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 and 29, that's all one paddock. And then of course you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 there, and 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and then all these fields over here. How it's going to work is that every field accumulates to one piece. So of course there are going to be 17 official paddocks that belong to the main farm here, and every piece that is given a number accumulates to every field, I should say rather, accumulates to one piece of this paddock. So field number 26 here, this accumulates to one piece of this larger paddock over here. As you can see, we're just putting in some wheat now, and basically how I want to do it, that's how it's going to work. Every field is one piece, so that when it's all done and dusted, all said and done, there will be most likely 17 farmlands which you can buy on the main farmer here, and also some other little areas like buying the main farm, and also other smaller farms where you can have like a little placeable system, and also some neighbouring paddocks and stuff too, to give the map a little bit of an immersion. So now what we're going to do, I'll switch it over to time-lapse mode, and you can watch the process of me doing all the field definitions for these paddocks here. And then we'll be coming back in a little bit after I've seeded all these fields myself, to give a little bit of an immersion of the map. We'll come back here in a bit to showcase the harvesting and stuff too, and then we'll call it a video there. So, what you saw in the time lapse was how I did all the field definitions and stuff. And while you were all watching that, I fast forwarded time, so it's now cut and wait time. We've got the beautiful 60 series STS, which is the same header that Dad has just purchased in real life, that we are going to be using for harvest this year in real life. So that's going to be exciting, and we are going to be taking that with us to future farms that we may be going to as well. So I just thought, may as well get the 9760 in Farmson and use that as today's showcase header, which is what we're doing right now. Now, the typical thing with these paddocks is we don't usually tend to start with field 26, 27, 28, 29 and 25. We usually just start over there, work our way down to 23, then come across. But because it's easier, it's the paddock that I was seeding earlier in this video. May as well show it being cut. So, got half a box already. It's doing very well. Doing very well, to say the least. And of course, riding along this fence line between the bushes and stuff, that's going to be a fence. That is the one missing key detail in real life. That is not in Farm Sim just yet. That is not on the map just quite yet, but we will get to that. And of course, I did modify a few things compared to the previous couple of videos on Nelly Creek, such as the very early work in progress video revealing the map, and also certain photos of the map via Discord that many people would have seen. I just edited the positions of the windmills to how they are in real life compared to having two windmills right next to each other. And then there is also something else that we will go take a look at in just a second here. The trick usually is, with harvesting these fields, we usually just cut a great big long pass up and around here, and then start on this next piece over here. Of course, I'll need to make space for the tractor to come in. So we can come unload. Make it, we'll make it, we'll make it, we'll make it, we'll make it. Whoop! Alright, stick the auger out. And then switch the header off. We'll jump into the tractor here. And on the way over to the header, because there are no fences as of right now at least, on the way to the header, the chase bin. Of course, the chase bin doesn't really match the tractor to how it is in real life. In real life, we got a 25 ton true fab chase bin, which is hydraulic adaptation, so it doesn't have to run off a PDO shaft. That, for some strange reason, many people have tried asking if they can buy it, which to that I say it's not for sale, never has been for sale, because we need it for harvest, and of course we're going to need it next year as well. Right, come up here. Obviously you can't do this in the final map because there will be a fence line running right along here, but we're just going to casually come over here, unload the header, And then you can see in those bushes over there, there is another windmill, which we will go take a closer look in detail while the header is unloading. Just come on, this gutter here. Right. Speed, powers, activate. You can see over here, this is a little Easter egg to how it is in real life. There really is a windmill that has tipped over, because we were intending to try and fix the well under it, but of course never got round to propping it back up again. And as time went on, there were bush growing around it. So that's a little bit of an Easter egg for those wanting to know Easter eggs from the Farm in Real Life compared to Farm Sim. Alright. So you can see here, of course, 23 and 24, I just used the, we used the easy development mod, and then of course I tried seeding most of this piece. Of course, play didn't really want to work, and of course pedal dead zones. So of course I just use that. This is all planted like it exactly is in Farm Sim in real life at the moment, except for field number 29 over here. Field number 29 is also wheat, but I didn't really want to plant it because the ball goat can't get around those tight corners. There's a tip of advice to everyone that wishes to play this map. You can do your own thing. You can do your own thing in terms of the air seeders that you want to use, but here's a word of warning with certain fields. The ball got 100 foot and the ball got 23.1 meter air seeder. The bars will not be able to get through here due to the fact that it is very tight to get through there in real life, and keeping that simple. I do recommend you using a 12 meter air seeder bar and tank, and because this is going to be a PC only map, you can use the Case IH drill and also a few other mods that are 12 meters out there. Oh, that's a very big gutter. I wonder which idiot put that in. Oh yeah, oh wait, yeah, that's right, me. Yeah, so we're just going to do casual fly around. You can see through here, I had a few other people ask me the other day, could they put a ball goat through that? And you tell me if you can put a ball goat through that. Yeah, you'd have a fun time getting through that. I suggest you stick with a 12 meter. Either that or you just cut down trees, clear the bush around it. Each to their own, but there's enough of me stopping the players using what they want, but it is recommended to use a 12 meter seeder, not a 21 or 23 meter air seeder or 30 meter one. So we're just casually flying around the Nelly paddock. We got some interesting crops that the AI farmers have put in here. Usually when the map spawns in, they put potatoes of all things. I want to make the map not compatible with potatoes in the sense that there are going to be potato sell points, but it is recommended that you do not do potatoes. And the seasons geo for the map it will not have a planting season for potatoes. Just keep that in mind. And of course, yeah, it's hilarious thinking that one of the biggest pieces on the map here, field number 9 here, they put potatoes, of all things, in here. I find that quite hilarious. In real life, this paddock over here is oats, and it was wheat on the odd occasion in the past couple of years, but oats is the final crop that we have put in this year. Oh yeah, and there's sugar beets here too. To be honest, field number 10 here is not bad for sugar beets. Not bad at all. It's actually a pretty nice field for it, for those who wish to do so. So, now that there are 29 fields on the map, where are we going to go from here? This is just a casual fly around, me showing you the map instead of just a very, very short briefing. So, what's the next stage with the map? You might be wondering. Well, because we have 29 fields now that are mapped, which is centre back paddock here, rubbish tip paddock here, Nelly paddock here, roadside paddock here. Then there leaves the centre back, or the back paddock as we call it, which is this one over here. This one is a little bit tricky to do, and because I haven't split it up into pieces yet, I don't really want to tackle this. Don't really want to tackle this for right now. This is one of the really iffy paddocks, in a sense where there's some really good long straight sections here, and then you got all the corners and all the nooks and crannies and stuff like that, and then there's a creek running right along through here. I was thinking that what we could do, split this into one piece here, this into one piece here, this into one separate piece over here, and then of course you've got the little strip at the start of the Nelly paddock over here. I don't really want to tackle this paddock just yet, but then we have other paddocks to do as well. This is the home block side. All the fields and stuff, all the stuff on the map shown so far, this is mostly on the home block side. And, well, eventually we're going to get to Peter's paddock, we're going to get over to Coordinates, then Nellies itself, and Nelly Creek, which gives the map its name. What I kind of want to do is, because now that this paddock's done, we need to find out what paddock we're going to tackle next. Of course, I'm going to need to split the paddocks that we're going to do next, in terms of field definitions, into the pieces. So, for instance, this paddock here, which is, well, we had a lot of lupins in this paddock. This was known as the lupin paddock because we put so many lupins in here. You got the top tank here. This piece would be easy to do. And then you got all this section down around here. This was more like the rushed piece of the paddock. The piece runs right down to the point where it reaches the fence line along the road here. It's got a really big section right through the middle here, and then it's got what little quarter pieces stuff here. I was thinking that what I could do, split the larger sections off, like, say for instance, we could have this paddock here as, or this field here, as field number 30, have that split off at the neck, that can go around here. This could be field 31, this could run right up along the top there, and then cut off between the tree lines up to that contour there, and then you'll see you'll see in the coming videos. And then over here we've got, over here this is nicknamed the Shepherd's Hut paddock because, well, I can't say any more really. Now of course it is across Stony Creek, which is along here, and then you got the church paddock, and then of course you have the free sheep paddocks. This is the holding paddock. Then you got the hospital paddock, and then you got the ram paddock over here. The ram paddock is the largest of the three, and I was thinking on having a system like the house is meant to go here, and this is the state of the yard right now. The house is meant to go here, and then you can have this as either grass, or you can put sheep in here and running along with seasons. You can have the shearing shed right here. This is where the wool's going to spawn from these three pens here, and we'd usually have sheep in here waiting to go up into the sheep yard to be shorn. Then you have the hospital paddock, which has had a crop in it once or twice. We tried putting oats in it back in 2019, I think it was. Didn't really grow as well as it should have. And then we got the ram paddock over here, which you can choose to cut grass, and you can also put sheep in here if you want to as well. The green marks out the boundaries and stuff. The problem with the map as it is right now, that's the reason why the lag spikes, is you can see there is grass here on the map, but if you go to the fruit types over here, you cannot see grass. Grass is missing. That is something that Aussie Farmer and I am going to fix in the future. That is something we're going to fix in the future. And of course, this is the state of the yard right now. There's barely any buildings. It's going to be very tight, compact yard here. How I wanted to do it, how we're going to have to do it is, usually you'd have the silos right along here, then you'd have the big machine shed here, shearing shed, sheep yards right along the back here, and far shed, or I call it far shed here, then the workshop up here, and then the house. Of course, because it's scaled down to 4 by 4 kilometers, we're going to need to change a few things around to the point where we might need to change the layout of the trees a bit. And over here you got where the workman's cottage will go to. The house will go there. I need to figure out how to do that, how to change the location. We might put a pigsty in here, and then of course my plan is to have a 4th sheep field running right along the contour through these little pieces here. Of course, where the green marks, there's a tree line. You got a tree line right across here, and then there's a gap in the tree line where the fence splits the fields off. And then you got another grass field here, which you can use to cut hay. That's just a field for show. And then you got Peter's paddock along here. And then you got the jumping tree, which I have gone to in real life, and it has starred in many meme videos in the past. And you got the crossing over to Quartermains here. Then you got, then this whole area here, there's a shed that will go along here, and there is a set of yards here too. However, there will not be a sheep field over here. And then of course the blue, navy blue, marks the railway line. And then coming up here you have some of the larger fields. I'm still trying to work out. This is where I attempted to do a few videos here. And here's the void windmill, which was right out in the void over there. I fixed that. And then you got quartz country all along here. And then of course you have the, we put a bore right up along here, and then there's water that runs down along back through there. It's marked there. Quartermains, this is what I'm trying to do by showing you all these fields, right? A lot of people have been asking me, and also, comment down below, which side of the map would you like me to see, would you like me to work on next? Because that's Quartermains over there. This is Peter's paddock here. This is my favourite paddock out of the whole farm. This one big piece here, it's its own paddock. And then, of course, the Peter's paddock here, and then you got roadside paddock up along here, where it runs alongside Nelly Creek itself. Collectively, these three fields here, or four, I should say, they're known as, well, actually, from this point here, there's a fence here, and then this is where Nelly starts. Of course, these three fields here, they're collectively known as Willems. And then, of course, you've got the creek that the map is named after Nelly Creek itself. Of course, it hasn't got much detail for right now. I'm working out to do that in the future. And of course, you have one of the bigger pieces, one of the bigger paddocks over here. This is ball goat country. This is a really good ball goat country. Like, if there's any spot on Nelly Creek as a whole, out of all these fields up along here, this paddock and these fields in general up along here, this is all ball goat country. This is where the 100-foot ball goat bar will run the best. Of course, not through the islands, but... And then you got Nelly Hill right up here, which is where you can get really good view of the farm. In real life, at least, you can get a very good view of the farm. Then you got the boundary fence running right along here. This is over here. This is where we meet the neighbours over here, and then the little corner piece. This is where a grain spill back in 2016 happened with the Uncle Ken truck. And then you got this great big large field over here where you'll have the shed that's up on Nelly's here, and then you have the sheep yards over here. This paddock here is a little bit of a question mark. I don't know what I don't really know what we want to do with it, to the point where it's large enough to put a crop in, but then you could also make this a really large nav mesh for sheep. So I don't know about that. Then up here, you got the Feathersmost field. I did a little bit of a different thing by making it lime up here. And then of course you have the map boundary. Nothing much I can do about that. And then we're coming right up to the road where the floodgate is. And just for some really dramatic effects, because why not, put some pine tree plantation thing in here for those who want to do a bit of forestry. And I do not know why the map boundary is doing the thing. Then you got the last piece, and then the road will lead up and out of there into the horizon map. And then of course, this is where we used to go. We had an external block right up in the, what is over there, the void. This is the main road coming along here now. And then you got another big field over here. Another big field. Basically, you could come along here with a car or a ute or something. Drive along here. Like trees on either side, as parallel to the Aranuka Road. And then of course you have really big fields over here. This is like really big stuff. Like you could put 200 or 300-foot air seeders up through here. Like this, I'd say, if anyone wanted to do like a big old crazy air seeder type thing, this is the field to do it. Like, Nellies is like the more open fields and stuff. The home block over there is like 40 foot would do her. And then of course, this is the farm track coming along Nelly paddock, right up into Nellies over here. And then of course, we come back into Nelly paddock here, follow the farm track, right, back along through here, up into the centre back paddock here, and then you got the middle paddock over there, and we're back to where we started. So, leave your answers down below. I'll do a poll on Discord as well after the video drops. What fields, what paddock do you want me to do next? What would you like to see a video on next? Do you want to see centre back paddock over here, which is more difficult ground to do because of the trees and stuff? Would you like me to see the hayfield finish off the paddock in along here? Would you like me to see the church paddock or the Lupin paddock or the shepherd's hut? Would you like me to see the whole home block finished first? Like this whole one big block finished off and then working on Nellies? Would you like me to work on the much bigger, much easier to do Nelly paddocks and then the home block? Leave your answers down below. Remember, top left corner, that's Nellies. Top right hand corner, that's Quartermains. Bottom left all along here, just put home block. Leave your answers down below and I'll be waiting to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching, everyone. I've been the Johnny Man. You've been my audience. Hope you have found some interesting details and stuff about the map from me today. Sorry if the video's dragged a little bit too long. We are currently going on 19 minutes in this one take. Along with the time lapse and the starter bit. So yeah, please do let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next video, whenever that be. It might be either real life farming next week, or it could be another Nelly Creek video. Who knows? Either way, we got some exciting stuff happening, and also other plans to do face reveal because so many people requested it to me in real life, and it's gotten to the point where I've been given the go ahead. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. See ya.